Very fine. So probably we can start.
Sure.
So guys, thank you all for being with us today. I'm a product marketing manager at Serpstat, and I'm one of the first who gets to know about any updates or new features. That's why today we'll talk about a new tool that can help you in market research. This task is essential for any type of business and covers many tasks like competitor detection and its analysis, selecting a niche or industry to start a new business or expand an existing one, updating or collecting information about the actual market situation, searching for companies to invest in, or find out sponsors or partners. And now I'll share with you my presentation. Good. Today is our second product webinar, and it's gonna be about market research, niche, and competitor analysis. Before we start, let's get to know each other a bit and create our community because who knows, probably here you could find someone to collaborate with today. And now please write in our chat several couple of words about yourself and any information that you'd like to share with us. About me, I've been working at Serpstat for 4 years. I'm keeping abreast of all the changes in our service, and most of my daily tasks are sharing important updates with you and helping specialists find out new ways to solve their daily tasks. Today's agenda will start with the general market analysis, why you need it, what it helps with, and I'll show the tool created for market analysis. Then we'll talk about how to assess your strength in the specific niche. This step is important because opening a business is great, but the essential task here is to stay afloat and even progress. I'll show how to compare competitors, automate some of the steps, which tools could be helpful. And after the webinar, we'll send you this presentation and you'll find all the links with the helpful materials or instructions inside. And of course, we'll discuss the detection of relevant competitors. Each of you may have dozens of them, but focusing on the relevant ones can speed up the process. And in the last part, I'll show how and where to get new ideas for business promotion by analyzing competitors. Uh, this one is my favorite since many specialists sometimes complicate things a bit and forget that new ideas are closer than they could think. And my favorite quote is marketing is throwing things to the wall and checking what sticks. There are no unique formula for each of you, and things that work today may stop being helpful tomorrow, for example. So don't be static, change strategies, ways, and means, and try, and try again. You'll see what works best for you. Let's sort out why you need market analysis at all. I've described here 8 steps when analysis can help. It's an approximate scheme and the order can be different. Just my personal scheme, let's say. And the first step is comparative analysis. Conduct an overall review to check the market's strong players, trends, competitiveness, assess your strength, correct marketing strategies. My recommendation here is to start with those steps to have general understanding about a niche or industry. Relevant competitors, here you can pick out only relevant competitors and pay attention to their strategies. Meet strong players and be aware about newcomers in your niche. As I've said before, there are hundreds of competitors on the market. A general understanding would be enough, but deeper analysis of each competitor is impossible. It's a waste of time, or you may just collect not relevant info for your website. So be sure you know the most relevant and important competitors. Ideas for business development. Analyze relevant competitors to search for insights and get new ideas for your business development. Discover missed and new trending products or services, and I'll show how to work with this step a bit later today. Ideas for USP. USP stands for unique selling proposition. After competitor analysis, be sure you cover as much as your customers need. Don't forget to add a unique selling proposition to stand out among competitors. You can become one of many on the market, but being the only one would help you win. Finding and understanding your unique selling proposition is the best way to stand out. Budget planning. Analyze PPC strategies before launching a new business. Estimate the required budget to start the business and to stem the tide. There are many reports for working with PPC. Use them to count an approximate required budget. Estimate competitiveness. Gather all the possible information about competitors to understand whether you have enough resources to attract customers and develop your business. Assess the prospects. Analyzing your resources, competitors, budget, and market in general, you can build a correct strategy and see the prospects to grow. And the eighth step is the same as the first one, since comparative analysis never hurts and it's appropriate on each step of your business development. Now we're moving to the very first step of the market research. I've attached a link so you'll be able to open the report and make your own analysis. Getting here, you'll see about a million of domains in Google. The report will help get the full information about the market. If you're only looking for an appropriate niche to start your business, this data will give the overview of different market categories. There are a lot of them, like games, health, hobbies and leisure, home and garden, internet and telecom, jobs and education, law and government, news, and many others. You will see them in the report. Also, you can meet new players on the market and to understand their strategy, analyze it deeper. Another case can be looking for companies to invest in. You'll see their progress and dynamics, whether this company would fit you or there are any other better variants. Similar about partners, searching for partners or companies to collaborate with. Unfortunately, now there are no expert or copy buttons, but you can manually copy the information and create your own report. A bit later, I'll show you some ways to do that. So here own you can get all the detailed information and can be sure you don't miss anything and make the best choice when analyzing and searching for domains and companies. Let's talk about metrics to analyze here. We have 6 metrics: traffic, visibility, organic keywords, referring domains, backlinks, and SDR. All of them will help you select best websites. By the way, the domains order here depends on their position on SERP. The last metric, SDR, is Serpstat domain rank, and it depends on the number and quality of link that a website has. Remember that external links are also a source of traffic, so it's pretty important. And a hint about visibility from me. One of the ways to search for promising new businesses is checking their dynamics. A website can have one of the lowest visibility, for example, but if the dynamics is positive and grows fast, a website is young, you can suggest this company is developing rapidly. Probably you can place bets on this one. Who knows? Besides metrics, there are categories and subcategories. They'll help narrow the list of millions of domains. And after understanding, yes, I'd like to build a business in this niche, you can go deeper. Some of the categories have two or even three subcategories. It depends. You will check that. And talking about moving this data somewhere for more precise analysis, here I've also attached a link and can recommend you to use batch domain analysis. I'll show how to work with it later, or use your own tools, services, or even Google Sheets. That's up to you. On this step, you need to select a number of domains you'd like to analyze or compare. It depends on your tasks, actually. If you're interested in competitors, select up to 10, 20 domains and create a report with them. 10 domains would be websites on the first positions in Google, and other 10 are on the second Google page. So potentially they would be close to the first page of uh, search engine results page. I wanted this presentation to be like a cheat sheet, so I added some links here. The first one is for those who still has no idea about visibility. Many specialists are confused and analyze this metric a bit around. So please be sure you know what you're working with, and some of other white papers or articles, all of them will be available in this presentation. We'll send it after the webinar. Just be sure you've registered and you will get that. So let's discuss. Let's sum up here and discuss several use cases the market research can help with. If you start a new business, be sure you do understand the specifics of a niche and know your competitors. Compare your and competitors' trends and budget. Analyze business of competitors, websites, campaigns, SEO strategies, uh, whatever you can find. When you search for companies to invest in, analyze a certain niche and find out the best companies to work with. You may switch to the other niche while researching or change your mind, who knows. Find out relevant competitors. Since your competitor list can and will change, update the information about them and don't spray on all the competitors. Don't forget about this step because you may spend time and resources for analyzing around competitors and guessing why your strategy doesn't work correctly. To expand business, market research is essential too. Search for insights and don't be afraid to differ from others. Use the working tactics of competitors and add your own USP. Especially when you start a business in a pretty competitive industry, you'll need something that would differentiate you to attract customers. And market dynamics, collect data on how actively a niche changes, whether you have such resources, and what the recent trends are. This is important for everyone, those who have business and those who just starting or looking for new sub-industries or expand a company, for example. Assess your strengths is the second point of today's agenda. I'd like to pay attention to these three metrics because they may confuse. Firstly, analyze them to compare competitors. So, visibility of a domain in the top 20 Google. It's a relative indicator and shows how visible a domain is in the Google search results. So, how often people see your website, how often it shows up searching for something. It's a correlation between the amount and popularity of keywords. To understand popularity uh, of keyword, check volume of keywords or use such reports as trending keywords. We have such a report, or look for somewhere else, Google Trends, for example. The second one is relevance. This is about common keywords between your website and your competitor. It's about similarity of products or services both of you provide. The example is probably Wikipedia or Amazon. I'm sure all of you know to these websites. These two websites would be competitors for any business because they're about everything. So just ignore them, seeing them in your reports. I'll show how you can visualize this metric and imagining two circles as on this slide. Amazon, for example, would be much bigger and cover most part of your circle. Use relevance to identify relevant competitors, and you also can collect missing keywords to add to your website. That usually helps to get more keyword variations and attract more customers because each person search for something in her or his own personal way. And don't forget about ideas. Look at keywords not at like words only, but read between the lines and pick out new ideas. That could be new trending clothes to sell or cool services that you had no idea about or probably underestimated them. And traffic is the number of visitors per month from Google. In case you see the abrupt positive dynamics among competitors, research what they changed or added to their website, for example. It can be about new trending keywords or recently launched ads or just new pages in their website structure. And of course, you can collect these keywords for your own PPC campaigns, for example, or add them to conversion pages. And I've said before, just check what of those could stick. Now, a small task for you. I hope you're not bored, so let's rack your brains. Let's imagine there is an online shop and a marketplace. The first one has visibility 1000 and the second one has visibility 139. Now try write down your answer to the chat, please. Which visibility is better? Are they equal? 1000 is higher or 139 is better? Please don't be shy and just write your thoughts, what you think. There is no ideal, unique, great visibility. And while you, I hope so, send in your answers, I'd like to pay attention to the competitor list below the slide. Here I want to show and remind you that visibility depends on a niche or an industry, and the best way to analyze it is to compare with relevant, I stress relevant competitors. And if you look at the competitors of the online shop, um, I mean competitors like we see 54, 30, 23, 40, 19, 40, and the competitors of the marketplace, you'll understand that the shop's visibility is lower than competitors have. That's the main point. In our case, 139 is much better than 1000 because here we must to compare only with relevant competitors. And we're moving on. 3 more use cases why you need to analyze competing websites, and of course you can use them in your strategies and just keep all of them in your head. The first one, backlinks, to get new ideas for backlink profile, growth, and improve optimization. Competitors comparison, to see weak points and get new ideas for optimization. And content pages analysis, to expand the site content and boost conversion pages or landings. Now you'll learn how to analyze dozens of websites, get metrics, and not create all these reports manually. Domain batch analysis, the link will be attached for you here, is a special report to add up to 5,000 websites and get not 6 but 20 metrics with dynamics for each domain, because in the previous report, in the research, we had just 6 metrics. After you've selected domains you'd like to analyze and compare from the million of them, or you're still struggling with narrowing the list and only need to pick 2, 3, or 5 domains for your future analysis, your future work or strategies, this report will help you with that. And so, add a competitor list in the first column, enter them manually, or you can copy or even transfer them automatically from other reports. Like in the domain analysis module, there is the competitors report, for example. Then select metrics that you need to analyze. My recommendation is to select all of them. Later, you'll be able to hide them in the report if you don't need them on any step, but the data will still be updated, and when you need this metric again, reopen it and you'll see even dynamics, so all the data would be saved. Another feature is that run metrics for backlink analysis too. It's pretty convenient, and on the last step, you can select up to 5 Google bases to collect data for. And below, I've attached 2 links. New competitors can appear and some can leave the industry, so um, you your competitor list may change from time to time, and these reports will help update and check the actual info. Update update the report anytime you need. Check metrics and see what websites would be most interesting for you. Are you looking for businesses to invest in? Track their dynamics. Or maybe you need to get new ideas, analyze what websites are in the first positions in Google with better traffic and visibility, and you can just visit their websites to check their structure or UX and UI sites, for example. The same if you only start building a website and looking for working ways to perform and promote your website. So a lot of cases, just think about them. And of course, you will have all of them saved in this presentation. I've also added many of example on previous slides. After doing all of this, you can narrow the list, and you probably should. It's probably better to narrow the list of competitors and select just several relevant competitors. Here I can offer the one automated solution. It's called Rank Tracker. I'm sure many of you know or even have projects to track. During setting up a project, there is a life hack. Add your relevant competitors, and you'll be able to track keywords positions not only for your website but also for competitors. So let's repeat. After the market research, you've selected dozens of websites, domains, competitors, whatever. Then you added them somewhere. You created a report, or that could be the domain batch analysis, which I've shown you before. You narrowed the list a little bit more, and now when you have the list a bit smaller, you can track all the data and dynamics which I'm talking about here in the in Rank Tracker. So add your relevant competitors, and you'll be able to track keyword positions not only for your website but also for competitors. Do that in the settings step. So when you are setting up the Rank Tracker project, you can do that there. And later, you'll get info about the history of position changes, what website, which positions had on what day exactly, its dynamics, PPC changes, and many other things. Just follow the link and you will see it there. And schedule the project, and it will be updated up to your needs. And now I'd like to show you reports that help in comparing relevant competitors for searching new ideas. So after all of these steps, For example, you launched the rank tracker project, you can select up to 2 or 3 domains and understand that they are all the most relevant competitors. And now I'd like to show you reports that help in comparing relevant competitors for searching new ideas. Enter up to 3 domains and get the visualized report. The size of, as can see on the slide, the size of circles correlates means correlation with the keyword amount, and intersection are the amount of common keywords. I've mentioned this possibility before. You can check the list of keywords of your competitor and check unique sections. That is to research for keywords that only one competitor among 3 of them is ranking for. And this is the same report but for pages analysis. And here's a use case for you. Let's imagine you're interested in promoting a conversion landing page. You've analyzed competitors, found out best performing pages, and it's time to borrow their ideas. You add here 3 pages, 2 of them would be of your competitors and one your page. This way, you pay attention to sections which have no intersection, they're just free. Let's say the Nike.com website has this green part of circle which does intersect with other circles. On the picture below, above, you can click and check the whole keyword list. The unique keywords data shows 1.8 million unique keywords. Click on this number, you'll see the whole list of them and be able to work with them. So, what your actions can be now? Analyze keywords, select the best, and add them to your conversion landing page to improve its SEO. Start at campaigns using these keywords, but pay attention to the PPC metrics to plan the budget properly. This here, pay attention to the CPC metric, cost per click, or add these keywords to rank tracker project to track their position dynamics. And the last report looks the same, but it's for backlink analysis. The UX of the report is the same, but here you can find out links of competitors, analyze their SDR, Serpstat domain rank, select the best and work them out. For example, link to these resources, or try to get links from these resources. And on the last slide, I share with you the list of useful tools with a short description what each of them can do. The first one, for content creation, there are plenty of tools, AI tools for content creation, and they will quickly, for example, when you analyze a competitor's page, let's say it's a conversion landing page, you can find out new cool or trending texts or ideas or articles, any content that you like, and you can quickly reformat it, create new piece of content, or you get new ideas from all these texts. And below you, I've attached some tools for better competitor analysis. For example, TreeView would show you the whole picture of the website structure, so you can understand how this or that business is performing, which websites it creates, etc. And top pages, also you can find out what pages your competitor is aiming to promoting best, and add all its resources to these pages. The links would be attached here. You can find a short brief information about them. And probably now it's time for bonuses for all of you. Here's my personal promo code for free full access for 9 days to Serpstat. It's a bit more extended version than the trial on website, so don't miss a chance since it's available till the October 31st. So you can use that, and you will get the full access to the tools. And you will when you will get the presentation, you can follow each step, uh, f- go in clicking all those links, and you will be able to have a bit of practice time and try to solve all those described use cases by your own. So that would be just instruction for you at your hand. So now I stop my presentation, and I will answer all the questions you asked during the webinar if we have so. So
Yes, we do. Thank you, Yulia, very much for your fresh view on Serpstat tools for content creation. Also, thank you very much for this presentation. For those who wants to get the material, and if you're not already registered for this webinar, leaving you the link for the registration, so make sure you're registered. And let's try our first question from Christopher. How would you define a competitor if you are attempting to create a new market?
I'm not actually sure about the phrase to create a new market. Probably it's about, I don't know, entering to a new market. I guess if I'm wrong, please correct me and precise your question. How would I define a competitor? So there are a lot of ways. For example, if you have a website, you can use any, you can use, yeah, you can use reports which would show you the competitor list. But I guess that you don't have a website here on this tab. So if you don't have a website, you can find any website that would be similar to, mm, for example, any websites you would focus on, like it would be your future competitor, for example, and you can find competitors for them. So that would be the best way to probably the fastest. You just use all the reports; they will show you all of those all that information. And if you need, also I've talked about the competitor research report today. It's much bigger, and there you will have there are yeah, there are a million of domains, so that would be much harder to analyze all that information. But using categories and subcategories, you can narrow the list a little bit, so you can use that one too. But my probably the best piece of advice would be to enter your own website if you have so, or enter any competitor you know that is in your market right now and find out competitors for that one.
As I see, Christopher just clarified his question. He says, what I meant is if we are attempting to carve a new niche kind of, I'll show you the question so you can see it, maybe understand it better.
But I don't see the full, like I see it was a convolute question. Hmm. I don't see the question actually.
I hope that Christopher received the answer he wanted, but if not, feel free to text us on social media and to Yulia directly, as when you get the presentation, you will get also the link to her social media pages.
Yeah,
So
sure.
let's
Please just write me directly. Yeah, thank you.
And let's move to the next question. I'm interested in asserting my strength in a niche. Can you walk us through the process of using Serpstat to determine our strengths and weaknesses effectively? Maybe briefly.
Uh, the answer to your question is inside my presentation, actually. And today's webinar is just one of it's just one of the ways you could use. I can just, yes, briefly repeat it, that first select relevant competitors and then analyze traffic, PPC, backlink profile, visibility, etc. So you can first step, select all and collect all your relevant competitors, and then analyze and the best ways to create a report or use any report for better visualization and understanding, and compare all the metrics. It's pretty important.
Great, thank you. Let's move to the next one. In terms of competitor analysis, how deep do you typically go beyond the surface level metrics like pricing and product features?
um, I'd name the very websites in general, their UX and UI, USP, unique selling proposition, a company has, the structure website to see pages they promote and positioning, and um, about often overlooked data. It's so difficult to say since it all depends on the specifics of your company. Maybe I'd pay attention um, to the number of backlinks a website has, because pretty often it's tricky. First, you have um, y- backlinks number, I mean, that website has, because you have no idea how the company got them, and you can't be sure about the quality, since whether there are duplicated or historically old data, it's important to check all of that. So I wouldn't um, I would say about backlink metrics, just be sure you do know about how website got it and what they actually are. So the best way is to analyze them in the reports, also not just look at the number of backlinks, but also how, whether they're qualitative at all.
Okay, and we have kind of the last question. I'm currently interested in brand marketing. Can you tell us how often business should update rival analysis and domain research?
Hmm. We all know that any market and SEO, online and offline businesses change just very fast all the time, and there are a lot of new trendings that appear just every day. Um, I would say that as often as you can do that, as your resources can help you with that, your specialists, probably there is no answer how often, but you can check and probably track some metrics. For example, if you see any abrupt changes in your website, you can guess that there is something wrong, something changed. There are any really important changes on the market, and you haven't noticed that, and you have to change something in your SEO strategy, for example. So I would also check all the metrics and probably just be aware about all the information. I don't know, follow any channels like Twitter, watch all the YouTube channels, news, watch such webinars, so they will help you to understand just to get all the trending news. And when you hear this, there is something new, probably you can imply that to your website or strategy.
Great, and we did it. We answered all the questions. Thank you all for being with us today. And don't forget to subscribe us on social media, to follow Yulia, ask her questions, any questions you have about presentation that she presented today. Have a great evening, and of course, see you in 2 weeks on our next webinar. Thank you all, and bye.